Now, at the recording of this video, Kyrie Irving has requested a trade yesterday, in the middle of yesterday, and he is requesting that he needs to be traded by a trade deadline who will walk in free agency. Now, I have a couple thoughts about this. One, I've made a video about Kyrie Irving before, but I scrapped the video. It was about how Kyrie's situation on teams and why he's switching teams and what's going on with him. Now, I'm going to commend Kyrie. Kyrie Irving has been out of the media for a while right now. This is one of the best he's ever played. He's playing at a top 20, top 15 level. He's been out of the media. He's been playing straight basketball and trying to carry this team. But Kyrie Irving has taken so much offensive load, really makes no sense. The thing about the Nets, why they're so bad, is because they're so dependent on Kyrie and KD that it's not going to work. So you being dependent on Kyrie and KD, it's not going to work. But if you have two players take up the load, they're close, they're friends, they'll take it up to win a championship. And it was working, as there was number 2 seed, and they had a contender level status. But now that KD's injured, Kyrie Irving is single-handedly carrying this team. And the second best player is Ben Simmons. Now, I have been slacking on the Ben Simmons slander recently because in my midseason report, I just don't talk Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons is just not playing good. He's not playing the level he's playing. He's not playing to the package they traded to the Sixers for. So Kyrie Irving is handling the offensive load. And the defensive load is being carried by Nicholas Claxton. Nicholas Claxton is having a good season and is being the second best player where he's not supposed to be. So Kyrie Irving is single-handedly carrying an offensive load. So he thinks he deserves a top 15, top 20 level. So when he goes to the Brooklyn Nets office, and last offseason when he requested a trade, it was because they didn't come to a deal with his current situation. And it made sense on both sides, seeing as he didn't play as much as season before, and also he was in the media a lot, and he wasn't playing games. But this season is totally different now. He's playing the games. He's playing most of his games he's played. He's playing at a top 20, top 15 level status, so he deserves to be paid like that. But when the Brooklyn Nets doesn't want to pay him, then he's going to request a trade. And he wants to trade it by Thursday. Now, there's a couple teams that can get him, but the thing about Kyrie Irving is Kyrie Irving deserves to be traded. I'm not mad at him for requesting a trade because he is playing at his status and he wants to get paid at his status, so the Nets need to pay him. The Brooklyn Nets have done so much in Kyrie Irving and KD's favor. You got Steve Nash, you got DeAndre Jordan, you got pieces that they wanted, but now you don't want to pay them when it's time to pay them. You've done so much with this team, and when you have to pay your top 2 players, you're not going to do it. So all those assets you gave up for James Harden, all those assets you gave up to get Ben Simmons, now it's gonna come back. It's not gonna work in your favor. It's not gonna do anything for you because you've done so much to try to get this team to be a contender to win a championship, and now you're gonna sit here and not pay your second best player on the team. Doesn't even make sense. So think about Kyrie Irving. There's 3 teams that Kyrie can go to. One is the Phoenix Suns. Now the Phoenix Suns need help as Devin Booker has been out. Chris Paul is now getting regressing, and DeAndre is not the player that we thought he was gonna be. But the thing about the Suns really don't have a package that the Nets can use. They can give up some of their players that they have, but that team is so well constructed that if you take out one of them pieces, that is going to mess them up. And plus, I just don't think the Suns will have enough to give to the Brooklyn Nets. Next is the Dallas Mavericks. Now, the thing about Dallas Mavericks have some veteran pieces. Like, they have pieces that you can put with KD, but I think here's the trade. But if you can put with KD to make the playoffs, I don't know about contending because some of the players are inconsistent. But the thing about Luka and Kyrie will work, but Luka needs another playmaker, another player who will play under him. Kyrie will play under Luka. I'm not saying he won't, but Kyrie will be more ISO-centric with the ball. You need somebody else who can like complement Luka, who doesn't need the ball all the time. But Luka's very ball down. That's what made Luka's good. So I just have to see Luka play more off the ball with Kyrie. He worked with Jalen Brunson last season, but Jalen Brunson was also an off-ball player. Not as good as you need to have one, but he was still playing good. So I need somebody like that. It will work, but like I would rather have somebody play under Luka who's off ball, catches, shoot, and plays defense. And also, you need to improve your defense at the center position as well. So if they trade, they're gonna have to get rid of Christian Wood, and now the center position is back to Dwight Powell if it's on the team. So I just don't think it's gonna work. And then we have the Los Angeles Lakers, who's the best suitor for Kyrie Irving. Now, I think that's going to work because you have the pieces. you get rid of Westbrook, you get rid of Lonnie Walker, and you have those 2 first-round picks that's very valuable. So I think that the LA Lakers is the best suitable spot for Kyrie Irving. He's back on the contending team, and he's back playing with LeBron, and now he's playing with AD. If the Lakers get Kyrie, the Lakers are now contenders. They just have to get out of that 12th seed, and they can, because there's another half of the season thing that's coming up. So the West is wide open right now. So if they get Kyrie Irving, which I think they will, because it makes sense on both sides, the Nets will get unfortunately they'll get Westbrook within the last of his deal, so you have to pay him more after this year. You get Lonnie Walker, 1 young player, and then you also get 2 first-round picks, because I think it's 2027, 2028, something like that. And by that time, the Lakers are going to be gone. LeBron's will be gone. We don't know how AD's going to play, and we don't know if Kyrie's going to leave after this season. So by that time, the Lakers are not going to be good. So the Nets still have time to get it back together, because if you trade Kyrie Irving, this team is getting blown up. I know for a fact KD's going to leave, because KD left the Thunder because he thought the team wasn't adequate enough around him. KD left the Warriors because he didn't like that team. He liked the team around him. He didn't like the fact the role he was playing. So he went back on the Brooklyn Nets because he knew he'd be the first, he'd be the best one on the team. He would have one of his best friends on the team as well, and he knew that team would be competent around him. But now he doesn't have his best friend, and he doesn't have a good secondary piece. He's going to leave the team. So they need to see what they're going to do now. If they trade Kyrie, they need to make sure they get enough assets back. They're not going to be competent at all when Kyrie or KD leaves, but at least be suitable enough where they can get some draft assets and still make some pieces. Because after this season, if Kyrie Irving leaves, in the offseason, you're not getting another form. So you need nothing for Kyrie Irving. Then if KD wants out, and you trade KD, because either this year is last year or next year. So you need to trade KD, because if you don't trade KD, you're going to let your 2 best players two of your best players in your franchise history just walk for no reason. So basically, you signed up for no reason, blew up that whole D-Lo team for no reason, just to get KD, Kyrie, and not even make the Eastern Conference Finals. That's insane. That's how far it's been with this team. This team has had James Harden on the team. Then they only played 16 games together. This team had KD and Kyrie, and KD is so injury though, it messes him up. Also, Kyrie missed a couple games in the season, a lot of games in that COVID season, because of the attention he's gotten. This season was their best chance to win a championship, but now that Kyrie wants out because the team isn't adequate enough, Ben Simmons just isn't good. He needs to get off this team. He needs to go somewhere else. I don't know where he needs to go. And then KD's also getting injured consistently. This team is not going to work. So Kyrie Irving requesting a trade makes sense. His next destination is probably the Los Angeles Lakers. And if he goes to that team is scary to watch. Thank you for watching this video. There will be more stuff happening at trade deadline. There will be a whole trade deadline video coming out. So if Kyrie Irving gets traded and a bunch of stuff happens in that trade deadline on Thursday, it will be a video on Friday. But if he gets traded, there will be just a video about Kyrie Irving. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more content.
These niggas broke boys watch this. These niggas broke boys watch this. I can make the whole crowd watch this.